Rolu Maram, ndị Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ, onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị gara agụrụ egwu a na-agụ amụma Nnebu mara m ama o, amụma Nnebu mara m ama o. So ọ wụrụ ụka wụrụ ilu na-asị ngwa ọ na-ara ahụ ka ọ na-ebi. Wepụta your time, bring out your time and watch this video from the beginning to the end. And whatever you observe for the video, write it for the comment section so we will know your personal opinion. Na ugo eberego na mgbagbu, asị na ugo ihe agba n'aka ejiri ugo gbele ya. Na nke ikpeazụ a ewezikwa ihe anyị nwa na-aghọta mana ka ọrịa ka o si ukwu.
We have a massive one for you. We have a big one for you. There's an information coming from the Supreme Court that will surprise you, that has surprised Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. And you know, he called it surprise the lawyers who they represent him in the court of law. This video is going to be explosive in nature. And we get 4 big updates for you. Big ones. It will be the news that we get in this video coverage. Make I show you. Showing right now on your screen are the 4 big news. The very first one, we say, this is a blockbuster. Ngozi Orabueze joins the USA politics. Yes. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who happens to be the Deputy Prime Minister of the USB movement, has effortlessly joined the US politics. This is going to be a banger and a game changer. The second news on our desk is Nnamdi Kanu biggest prophecy has happened. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu dropped a prophecy back in the day. That prophecy don't come into fruition and it don't come into reality. And as we speak, people are surprised, people are perplexed. They wonder, say, this man is Nnamdi Kanu a human or a super being? Well, we'll show you every single thing in that context, in that news and in that revelation. You go blow your mind. The third big news we say, there's a big win for the Biafran people. If you support the Biafran movement, if you're from the southeast part of Nigeria, come news down there regarding the Biafran movement. This one will blow off your head. And the fourth one here now, say the Supreme Court surprises Nnamdi Kanu. That is the main video for the day. And as something with this, I will not advise you to miss it for any reasons in this world. So where do we begin from? Let's begin the coverage from number 1 now. We'll begin statements heavily as they go. Number 1, we say Ngozi Orabueze joins USA politics. What did happen? Well, the Deputy Prime Minister, everybody know, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze has joined the USA politics and she will hold a very strong role inside USA. Well, that's news. Now, one department yesterday break a department in the USA, and they break make I show you to the doctor. They said Dr. Ngozi Orabueze announced her candidacy for Georgia State Senate in an April 11, 2026 press release. She frames the bid as a win-win, stating Biafrans are naturally Republican and that the USB would curb terrorism in West Africa so the USA can prioritize domestic issues. And the whole article went on and on. When we see this news, we don't first believe them because those of you who watch this one never believe Dr. Ngozi Orabueze wants to run for the political position in the state of Georgia, USA, in their own Senate. That is the lawmakers. But that same news was reposted by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze by herself, as you can see right now on your screen. What is she saying? I'll be running. It's a win-win situation for us. Biafrans and Republicans in nature. The USB will ensure that America focuses on America issues, while the USB stops/curbs terrorism in West Africa. Freedom for America and Biafra people. Limited governance, individual responsibility, national defense, and the whole thing went on and on. As you can see, this is a big one. And for those who never still believe, make I show you an image or a picture coming from her campaign team. Now in the show right now on your screen, as you can clearly see. And when you look closely, when you pay attention, you see the face of Ngozi Orabueze. They mounted in a hall. People, they look at her portfolio, asking her department to vote for her, asking people to show recognition and to support the movement as the case may be. What do you think of every single thing? And for those who never still believe, I show you a closer picture of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze standing side by side with her image to run for a Senate in the state of Georgia. And they show right now on your screen. How will this benefit the Biafran people? How will this play a massive role in the Biafran movement? Well, it's very, very simple. If you have someone like Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, if she happens to win that political seat and she becomes a politician in the USA, just imagine the Deputy Prime Minister of the USB movement is now working in the US political system. That is a big win because she will facilitate, she will play a vital role because she will help facilitate your interest. Everything you have been praying for, and she will facilitate her. Give the US governing body as a whole. Say, look at see the Biafran people need this, they need that, they even want you guys to help release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and so on and so forth. This is a big win and it's going to be a game changer. What do you think? Do you think it's allowed? Will you allow her work in the US Senate and also become the Deputy Prime Minister of the USB? Do you want her to drop one role for the other? I beg, go down to the comment section and tell me what you think. It's very, very important. I want to see your thoughts process. I want to see how they present them and every single thing within. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the second news for the day. Let's be that news. Well, Nnamdi Kanu biggest prophecy has happened. It's really happened. We all know Maazị Nnamdi Kanu has been warning Nigerians as a whole, the whole country. Don't they want to say, make una, they're very vigilant against these people called these Fulani headsmen. If you give them your lands, if you give them handshake, they'll ask you for a hug. If you give them a plate of rice in your parlor, they'll ask you for, say, make I go sleep for your room now. If you give them land, they'll come for your community. Now, what did they happen? Nnamdi Kanu gave a full prophecy about 7 years ago. What did they happen now inside Akure? We can show you. This is coming from where? Sahara Reporters. Akure youths demand relocation of land allocated to criminal headsmen amid unaliving in Ondo communities. For that breakdown, can they give us clarity? What will be the main concerns raised by the youth? Well, they're very, very simple. They're very concerned about the fact that Fulani headsmen don't they come by them. They claim, say, as they give them land, they don't need to rise in unaliving abductions and attacks in rural communities don't increase massively after giving these people the land. Okay, they argue say some forests and land allocations may be occupied or used for criminal elements, and they are calling for urgent intervention from their rulers, both local rulers and the government authorities, to come to their aid and help them fight this issue with them they go through as it stands. And this is what they are demanding specifically. You can go through it if you want to read it. You can pause this video and get the full details. But then the government are saying something different. What is the government saying? Authorities in Ondo and other states typically respond by denying blanket accusations against such groups, emphasizing that criminals, not entire communities, are targeted, promoting security operations and registration of land users. So as you can see, the state government, they deny all the assertion coming from the villagers. Say, why did you give lands to these people? They are visitors. You can sell lands to them if they have written verifiable identity. If you can verify who they are, you can sell lands to them. If they won't cause problem, sell lands. But once they begin cause problem for us by creating security unrest, take the lands from them, revoke them. As a government or as a governor, you have that right to do so. But the state governments, they defend them in all ramifications and in all steps of the way. Now let's take a look at our third biggest news for today. This now news will go sweet some, why some, go sweet them. What did happen? There's a big win for the Biafran people. There's a massive big win for the Biafran people. Make I show you pictures first before I begin analyzing. Take a look at this picture right now on your screen. What can you see? I believe you can see two women holding an ID card. But make I zoom in close this so that everybody will get a clear visual. These are two different ladies holding different forms of ID cards. Wait till be this. Which ID card is this? Well, make I reveal the news, make I break them down for you. As of yesterday, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze made a press release. It states thousands of Biafrans across the globe are receiving their United States of Biafra USB ID cards. Our ID cards are being accepted by some countries around the world as a formal means of identification for Biafrans. The USB was declared on the 29th day of the month of November 2024 in Lati, Finland, following a self-referendum where 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria. So she don't talk, so they don't bring up the USB ID card. But there's something I spoke of as of last 2 weeks, which is missing. Take a look at this. Well, Ghana, on the 1st day of April 2026, made a massive move. Ghana's national ID cards can now make payments and have every other forms of identity attached to it, as you can see right here on your screen. Where am I headed to? Well, Nigeria as a whole. If you're a Nigerian and you want to be identified fully, you want to operate fully, you go get at least you should have an NIN if you want to do it. If you want to have a bank account, you need NIN, definitely. Okay? Which is still as a national ID card and NIN slip, serve the same purpose. If you want to still vote, you will get permanent voter's card though. You want to travel abroad, you'll get the national passport. If you want to drive, you'll get driver's license. If you want to do it, get bank and verify your details, you need bank verification number. These are too many, excluding international passports, which is necessary. Excluding it, these are too many means of identification, which don't really make sense. With only one identity, like NIN for instance, if you have the card, national card, you should be able to have all these things embedded, except in the national passport. Now, with Ghana, don't do that. They don't even add. You can make payments with your national ID card. In Ghana, I was advising the USB to add this, inculcate this into their USB card, which I think they don't watch my video. And this card is just a means of identification only. But maybe in the future, they could make a standard. Maybe one card will serve all purposes. 9 people could use as their driver's license, still use them for their banks, still use them for their NIN, and still use them for all forms of identification. But then still on still. Based on what she released on that said day, there's something we need to correct though. That is a revelation coming from Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, COS USB. There's something we need to correct so that we all will be on the same page. If you check out where I use a blue marker to highlight, it states something. Our ID cards are being accepted by some countries around the world as a formal means of identification for Biafrans. Well, is this statement true? We did some research and it comes to say no country of the world as it stands, they implement this ID card, they take them as a means of identification for Biafrans. It's no one they give them false information or propaganda. No country as it stands, they recognize the USB just yet. You don't say tomorrow countries won't accept it, but as of today, none. Okay, we will clear that facts and make them very, very clear for everybody to be able to understand and get the pictures and the context of things. Now moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the biggest news of the day. Supreme Court surprises Nnamdi Kanu with tweeting one of the biggest info all of us we don't know. I won't lie to you now. Something maybe say me I did not know. What did they happen? Well, this is the Supreme Court. This is how it looks like. This is their building, the structure inside Abuja. This court has released a big information. They have given out a big information to Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers. And these guys now are currently in celebration. What really happened? We'll break the news one after the other. Take a look at this article showing right now on your screen. Make I zoom in closely so that you will be able to see. What can you see on this article? This is coming from Daily Post. This is Metro Daily and other news sources. If you pay a close attention and a close look, you will see IPOB heads to Supreme Court over appeal court prescription affirmation. This one states IPOB heads to Supreme Court over court judgment affirming its designation as a terror group. And the article there which says now Lloyd Jimako filed this appeal. What do you mean? Well, the IPOB as a group, when it was proscribed by a terror group by Federal High Court, by a court in Nigeria, and Lloyd Jimako submitted an appeal inside this court. That appeal was to counter the designation of the IPOB as a terror group. This was done in 2025, and I believe Lloyd Jimako has forgotten until the Supreme Court notified him as of yesterday. How was he notified? Make I show you. This is a tweet coming from his official page. Lloyd Jimako verified, as you can see. The recent publication by the federal government naming the IPOB amongst terror sponsors is contempt of court because the case is still pending before the Supreme Court, and therefore, sub judice. I know this for a fact because I personally signed and filed the appeal. So as you can see, Lloyd Jimako filed an appeal against the proscription of IPOB as a terror group. Might give you full details. Okay, this is on a very different topic. So now how is this even a good news for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? As you can see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is headed into where? He's headed into
our solar
the
security
Appeal Court.
camera. You can